everyone, welcome to Kelly's Creative Dream Studios, and thank you so much for your patience last week. While I took time off to get some things caught up, we are back on track now. This is Monday, and it would normally be the monthly challenge video, but I've got a little bit of a takeoff from that. The fact is that you'll see before me a collection of napkins. I have collected over 78 different napkins since I began participating in Dear Julie Julie's monthly junk journal challenges. 78 different napkins. Now I'll be sharing some more of these coming up into my shop and in items that I will make for my shop, and so you'll get an opportunity to see some of these in a little bit more detail. Excuse me while I take a drink of coffee. I really need it. It has taken me 4 days to inventory these all, and the reason I've inventoried them is because I have so many. I don't want to have to pull out my tub of napkins, or should I say tubs, I have 3, to find the napkin that I want to work with. So what I've done is I have taken a sample from each of the napkins. So like on this one there's 3 different designs, so I have made 3 different panel cards to showcase this napkin, and I have glued them to the really thin chipboard backing that the papers come in from Stampin' Up! When you order Designer Series paper from Stampin' Up! And I have made index cards to keep in this 3-inch binder. I'm going to move it out of the way, flip it open. So all the cocktail napkins, whoops, I'm a little close. All the cocktail napkins, these are like 4.5 by 4.5 square, and I have glued, I've glued the napkin on, and then I've staggered them. So this one's on the top 2 rings, this one's on the bottom 2 rings, so I don't have all the bulk on the top 2 rings of the binder. The other thing you'll notice is there's a little coating here. It's a little sticker. This says 1S. And then there's a number here, the number 1. This means that this is one-sided, which means this is the only picture on that napkin, and it is in tub number 1. All of my Halloween and fall is in one tub. All of my everyday stuff, flowers, animals, birds, events, everything else is in tub number 2, and then all of my Christmas is in tub number 3. And then I've just labeled them just like this so I can flip through. And I've not got all of them labeled yet. I just took a step back and making sure I could get them in the binder and get today's video uploaded. So once we get through all of the 4.5 by 4.5s, all the cocktail napkins, and I'm going to try and flip multiple of these. They just don't want to flip really good more than one at a time. But this way, I can keep this binder near my work table or with my junk journal items, and when I want a napkin, I can look in here and see, like when I was pulling stuff to do the Pink Christmas, I didn't know if I had a napkin that would work with Pink Christmas, and one of our elements was to make something with a napkin. So, and I did find one in the Christmas stuff, by the way, and it's in a larger napkin back here. Then I went to the Hostess napkins, and I did the same thing with them. Now these that you see the recipes on, these were on the back of a Pioneer Woman napkin. I found 3 different styles over the holidays. There was, this one here had the recipe for Lad's chocolate pie. This one had beautiful Brussels sprouts. And then this one had, there was another one. Might be in the Christmas one. Then I've got this one. And then I flipped through all the cocktail size, or all the Hostess size napkins. And like this one, this was one-sided, but I wanted to use both sides of the cards. So I put one on this side, I put a coordinating one on the other side, and it also says that this is a one-sided napkin. This was the other one from Reed Drummond and the Pioneer Woman, creamy lemon basil potato salad. So there was the ingredients, there was the instructions, and there was the other part of the napkin, because on the panels, the napkins, the flowers go in different directions, which will come in handy depending on where I want to put them in the corner of a journal page. So there was that one. This one had 3 different panels, so all 3 of the trees were a little bit different. So I've made a panel card for each one of them. You can see slight difference, not a lot. This one came with a recipe for peppermint bark. This one was another 3-paneled. And then we get to the dinner napkins. This was one that I got some of these from April over at Pink Oddbird. And in return, I'm going to send her some Halloween ones. So I hope she's not watching because I'm going to tell on her. So there we go, all my Halloween napkins. And then I went into my fall. And then we get into the florals. And again, I've gone this one on the top ring, so the next one was on the 2 bottom rings. And this way I can flip through and say, oh, I need this Paris napkin. It is, and there's 4 panels identical on this one, so I need to go look in box number 2. And yeah, I've still got to number them, but then I'll know which box out in the warehouse is holding the napkin that I need. Now, I'm not going to try and flip these back together. There's plenty of room in here to add more napkins, but I don't plan to add any more for a while. I have one more thing to show you, and that is, as I was punching holes for the napkins, I saved all the little punch outs, and I'm going to use these in a shaker in the January Just Junk Journal Challenge that I'm going to be working on, hopefully later in the week. And that is it for Mixed Media, or for our Challenge Monday. Oh, we're going to have company. Remember, I am not doing a video on Tuesdays anymore unless one of the collabs or challenges that I am a part of falls on a Tuesday. So like the 5 on the 5th, I think a 5th falls on Tuesday in February. So I will be showcasing my 5 cards on the 5th on a Tuesday when that falls like that. Otherwise, there will not be any videos on Tuesdays. I will be back here on Wednesday where I am finally going to get to sit down and walk you through how I have my CEO Planner for Creative Entrepreneurs set up for the month of January and the full first quarter of 2021. I hope you will come back and join me. If you look, you'll see the shadow. There's little ears thinking about walking across the camera. Remember to like, subscribe, and say hello to Tabby. And I will be back here on Wednesday. Creative blessings, everyone.